Now, I give Guardian quite a bit of a bad rap when it comes to War Thunder, mainly because I'm an older player who probably can't be asked to play this game anymore. Yet, rightfully so, many people feel a bit disgruntled about the new patch, Danger Zone, the massive bugs, the sound issues, and the absence of any meaningful content that does not include overhyped vehicles. To top that off, we have a free Abrams, a vehicle that costs 540,000 squadron research points that does not come with free parts and FPE. But if you're going to buy the M1 AIM, at least use my 3% discount link in the description down below. The update overall really just looks sad. I know I've covered my thoughts in the update a couple of days ago, but I've been doing some deeper thinking and asking myself and others, why is it that we think this patch is underwhelming? Is it because of the new features or the new squadron reward vehicles? The resounding answer is they like the update, but it's more complicated than that. Obviously, War Thunder, due to how diverse the community is with the many game modes that allows players options to play the game as they like, whether it's customs, events, arcade, realistic or simulator battles, the split between the community and having several differing parties makes for an interesting thing. When Guardian really tries to please everyone during an update, oftentimes the most reasonable thing that they can do is add a top tier vehicle, which unfortunately isn't really the answer to every problem here. Guardian clearly knows this, as there's too many fingers in the pie. And what's interesting seems to be how the general player base is dealing with the game. Many of you have purchased the premium or went about grinding as per usual. Many others of you have said to me multiple times that they won't play the new update until the content settles down. And then, as a result, I went and asked my community how many hours did they have on average in the last 2 weeks. The results I got were very inconclusive, but they did result in an overwhelmingly similar answer. I'll get to that result in a moment. But I've probably played around 6,700 hours on War Thunder, and it's been, well, a game that I've played for at least 9 years and a bit. Given that the 10th anniversary is in November, I probably should have quit this game long ago. The point being, despite the update having lots of new changes and limited features, the new vehicles feels nothing short of just more and more empty. We see the same concept play out every update over and over again. This includes the overhyped top tier vehicle that is spammed and battles turn into civil war for at least a duration of a couple of months. And as gaming specific battle ratings becomes unplayable for the period, due to the spam of exactly the same vehicle. An F-14 comes to mind in this regard. And if you don't have an F-14 or a top tier premium, you are missing out on some of the benefits that War Thunder top tier has, which is definitely overcompression, definitely mixed battles where you don't know what you're going to fight, and certainly a lot of sweaty people trying to do the absolute most they can. And despite most of the content creators agreeing that there should be a higher extended battle rating for at least some of these newer vehicles, Guardian have simply ignored that purely on the sake of queue times and sacrificing gameplay when the update itself breaks and kills the gameplay for an extended period of time. Here's what should be done, and I tell this quite a lot in my Discord server to many people. We should have equivalent technology added at the same time. That doesn't mean to say that it has to be exact for exact, but at least allow it, like for example the introduction of supersonic jets where it was a MiG-19 versus an F-100. That was interesting because the F-100 was more, durable as an aircraft and allowed for a decent top speed with air-to-air missiles, but the MiG-19 PT that was added alongside it was a counterpart because it was good speed but limited ammunition. But very, very two different gameplay styles, but allowed two teams to really fill up Matchmaker to really give a positive effect instead of having a one-sided civil war with yourself every other update. But here's what should be done in future updates, rather than, hyping up a single particular vehicle. Because, let's be honest here, War Thunder has heavily banked on the Top Gun success, and obviously that has paid off for them. Unfortunately, what it does mean is, as it's the first generation 4 fighter, we're not going to see anything else at top tier for at least another 3 months. And this is problematic for 2 reasons. Where are the counterparts? Where are the exciting other vehicles that could be potentially useful towards a team? Nowhere to be seen. So this is an issue. Stop with the hype of a single vehicle and add at least 3 new vehicles at once to top tier, or add a lower tier non-premium vehicle for empty trees, for example. It doesn't have to be counterpart, doesn't mean exactly the same, but just do something that'll allow players to feel a little more secure about the update as a whole. And I get this is challenging to do, but the other thing is, Squadron vehicles, right? The ability for you to swipe your credit card details and get a top tier premium is bad enough. Let alone if you just want a squadron vehicle and you're not in a squadron and you can just, you know, purchase one of the vehicles that have come out. Make the squadron vehicles not top tier. That'd be fantastic. And don't ever introduce a hyped vehicle alone in the same BR range. That is an utter crime and a half. Because not only have you completely ignored low tier in every single game mode, regardless of what happens, but it's a primary focus on top tier that just makes this game feel a lot emptier. Now, I like new additions, but I can't help but think that maybe the community is right on this one. Hell, the napalm bombs they added to several aircraft don't even do any damage to ground vehicles. You know, close air support is still an issue. Top tier battleships are broken and some of them don't really work. I get these will be fixed over time, and but seriously, a lack of a competitor at the top tier range to compete with the F-14 is really what dragged this update down, considering that was all they were banking on. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this strange video. My name is Ash. Get your discount link in the description down below if you want to spend money on this game. 3% off. There you go. Alright. Cheerio.